Question number 1E. It is about write short note on ocean deposits. So it is for the 4 marks. In starting, you directly mention the 5 types of ocean deposits and you just drawn the diagram. Okay. So uh, explain somewhat. Okay. You no doubt you have given the distribution of ocean deposits. It's the good one, but for the 4 marks it is along with that you have to give some you have to discuss some, that is, you may give the definition of ocean deposits, that is the thick mantle of oceanic sediments or the ocean bottom relief can be called as the ocean deposits. And after that you can start with these are the types of ocean deposit, and please check it out whether it is red soil or red clay. I think it is the red clay. It is not the red soil at all. So no doubt you have explained the types and distribution, but you also not explain the biotic oceanic deposits, that is the oozes, in which you can mention the carbonaceous as well as calcareous oozes such as pteropod, okay, pteropod or globigerina, etc. Along with that, in ocean deposits you can mention the corals, the calcareous deposits there, and few more such as the clay as well as mud. It may be the red mud, blue mud, green mud, and the main component sand, silt. Okay, you can also add the littoral and sublittoral ocean deposits. So no doubt you have explained somewhat, but for the 4 marks purpose, this much discussion you can get about the 2 marks, but if you explain oozes also you can get 1 more marks. Okay, so if you explain the oozes you can got the good marks, but you have given the half answer. The next one about the viewpoint of Vanthanan, for the 3 marks you have given the assumptions given by the Vanthanan, and you just mention the assumptions. After that, the viewpoint of Vanthanan you have explained as per the with respect to the market, how the cropping pattern, cropping intensity, and the transportation cost is considered. Okay, so here you can also give the model of Vanthanan in which he has taken market at center and shown the ring of perry farming, then fuel wood, and after that intensive cropping, extensive cropping, okay, 3-man field. So you have to give this model also. Okay, so whatever you have explained you can get the 2 marks, but there is more room to improve it. Question number 1K. The urban solid waste management poses the greatest challenge in metropolitan planning. So the question is about the town planning and how you are going to maintain the solid waste management. Uh, you have given answer more or less as a geographic point of view. Sorry, as a GS point of view, you didn't mention any reference to the town planning. Okay, so no doubt you have given the case study of Delhi. It's the appropriate one, as well as the maintenance of plastic. But the question is about the challenge of urban solid waste management. Urban solid waste management poses the greatest challenge in metropolitan planning. Okay, so in metropolitan planning you have to have the proper solid waste management plan. Okay, it is also be included into the environmental planning. So the reference is missing in your answer, as well as the challenges such as how the how it will be disposed. It may be in the landfills, or it may be by the composting, okay, or other method such as the decentralized decentralized collection and disposal of the solid waste management, as in case of Bangalore. Okay, so these are the town planning model. Okay, so whatever you have explained, it's the good one. You have explained the landfills, and as well as you have explained the maintenance of plastic, so with which you can get the 2 marks. But if you given the broader perspective about the environmental planning and the decentralized planning of plastic, then you can got the 1 more mark. So question number 4a, it is for the 10 marks. Explain the agents of erosion. Compare landforms produced by each one of them. Okay, the agents of erosion and the landforms formed by it. So you explain the erosion. Okay, erosion, it is the ex situ process. You miss that important point. The erosion is ex situ process, and there are the factors of erosion. No doubt, the wind and water, whether it is the groundwater or the surface water. Okay, so wind and water along with the glaciers is also the one more. The coastal water is one more. Okay, so these are the factors of, these are the uh, agents of erosion, mainly water, wind, glacier, coastal waves. These are the agents of erosion. Then the second half is about the landforms. So this is the very good diagram of the karst topography, and in terms of aeolian or the wind formed landform, you can also give the barchan. Okay, these are the barchans, or you may give the mushroom rocks. Okay, these are the mushroom rock. In case of the landforms formed by the glacier, you can give the roche mountain. Okay, you can explain the roche mountain, the monad, the moraines at the foothills. Okay, that is also one of the landform. In case of the fluvial erosion and fluvial type landform, you can give the river normal cycle of erosion, in which at upper level you can get the v-shaped valleys as the landform. You can get the waterfall here. You can, in the middle stage, you can get the meander. In the uh, age stage, senile stage, you can get the delta. Okay, so these are the landforms of uh, the fluvial cycle. Okay, so for the 10 markers, whatever you have explained, it's insufficient. Okay, but your representation is good. You represented this figure well. So, and you have given the 2 factors, explain 2 factors, 2 marks, one figure, 1 mark, and along with that you have explained the fluvial cycle, 1 mark, and somewhat good introduction, so 1 mark. So you can get about 4.5 marks out of 10 for this question. The 10 marker question, once again, the question number 4b, about the El Nino and its impact on the monsoon. So here you directly explain the what is the El Nino, that is the general warming of the coastal water, Peruvian coastal water. So this is the good definition. This diagram is somewhat doubtful, please check it out. I think this is the low pressure zone. At the Peruvian coast there is a low pressure, so please check it out. This is not the reverse walk or cell. Check it once again. And whatever the explanation you have provided, no doubt this diagram is the very well explanatory, so no need to explain this much. Other, instead of that, you can take this diagram at the center and just provide the few geographic explanation, such as the Julian oscillation. Okay, the revulsor of Walker cell, the ocean dipole, the Indian Ocean dipole, you can explain it also, or the not the Indian Ocean dipole, as well as you can explain the El Nino and the southern oscillation. Okay, so these are about the first part of the question about the El Nino, whereas the second part of the question is about its impact on the Indian monsoon. So no doubt you have given the impact on Indian monsoon, but it is somewhat shorter one. Okay, you can increase what is the impact of El Nino. Okay, due to the El Nino there is a drying or desiccating effect in on the Indian subcontinent because of the weakening of Mascarenes high and the weakening of the moisture laden southwest trade wind. Okay, so these factors are missing here. No doubt out of 10, out of 10 marks, this diagram is explaining the El Nino and it can allow you to fetch at least 2 marks, and you have explained the definition of El Nino, it can earn 1 mark along with few explanation 1 mark. So in total you can get the 4.5 marks out of the 10, but there is more room to focus on the second part of answer in order to get more than 6 or 7 marks. So this is the straightforward question, but not the question number 8. Question number 8 is about the globalization, but you have wrongly mentioned it as the question number 8 and you have written the answer of question number 10, that is about the coral reefs. So friend, no doubt you know the question number 10, the ideal condition for coral reef formation and the uh, glacial control theory of Delhi, but you have given the wrong question number. Okay, so it will, you will get the 0 marks because the examiner will not consider this grave mistake. So that's all from, let us, no doubt though it is the wrong answer, let us check it from the question number 10 point of view. Okay, so question number 10, it is about the coral reef and the Daly's glacial control theory. So you have provided the ideal condition. Okay, so this is the good explanation. No anthropogenic activities. Instead of that, you can mention the stable coastline. The stable coastline you can mention in this way. Otherwise, the ideal conditions are true. Okay, the second one, after the ideal conditions you have given the types of the coral reef, there is no need to give the types, but not an issue. But here one more, the Dallas glacial control theory, you didn't explain it thoroughly. Okay, so there is more room to explain it, but otherwise for the 40 marks, 40 marks it is insufficient explanation. And about the ideal condition you can get about the 8 marks for the ideal conditions, but you miss the glacial control theory of coral reef. So the addressed it the second part of the question also. So friend, the last word, please try to attempt all the 5 questions. Okay, you have enough data. Okay, so whatever data you have you can write very good answers, but there is a lack of uh, there is lack of dedication or the lack of your writing speed or writing practice, you unable to complete the paper. And please complete paper holistically, and after that the other things comes, the value addition and diagrams, etc. So it's my pleasure and honor to interact with you. All the best for your examination. Thank you.